In today's world, financial control is more important than ever. Governments and corporations have shown time and time again they can and will seize your assets if given the opportunity. In 2021 alone, over 14 billion was lost to crypto-related frauds and scams. Whether it's through civil asset forfeiture, regulatory overreach, or outright fraud, your financial future is at risk if you're not proactive. In this video, we'll explore how to protect yourself from crypto scams, the risk of custodial platforms, and why self-custody is your best defense. We'll also dive into real-world examples, like the shocking case of Amy Nelson and her husband, and provide practical steps to ensure you're not left vulnerable when things go south. Cryptocurrency has revolutionized the financial landscape, offering unprecedented freedom and potential wealth. But with great opportunity comes great risk. Scammers are everywhere, looking to exploit the uninformed. Take, for example, Haktua Coin and Trump Coin, both designed to lure investors in with grand promises, only to vanish overnight, leaving countless people in financial ruin. Pump and dump schemes, rug pulls, and Ponzi-style projects are rampant in the crypto space. Scammers inflate the value of tokens, hype them up through influencers and social media, and then cash out, leaving everyday investors with worthless assets. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Always do your due diligence before investing in any project. To spot red flags in a crypto project, look for lack of transparency about the development team, no clear use case or white paper, unrealistic return promises, poorly written or plagiarized project documentation, no third-party audits or security reviews. Even celebrities get involved in shady crypto deals. Floyd Mayweather and Kim Kardashian promoted Ethereum Max, a pump and dump scheme that cost investors millions. Never trust a project solely because a public figure endorses it. So here's a really important part. Custodial versus non-custodial wallets. If you don't own your keys, you don't own your coins. Centralized platforms like Coinbase, Binance, Cash App, Venmo, and others make it easy to buy and trade crypto with fiat, that's dollars, but at what cost? They hold your private keys, meaning they ultimately control your assets. And with increasing KYC regulations, you're handing over sensitive personal information that could be used on you later. So, KYC means identifying information such as an ID or social security number, and these applications use these things to identify you, tie you to the crypto, and so on. Now, we don't necessarily like that. On the other hand, non-custodial wallets, where you own and control your keys, give you full authority over your crypto. No third parties, no account freezes, and no sudden loss of access due to platform shutdowns. The trade-off is you are solely responsible for securing your funds. You lose your private key, and your crypto is gone forever. Look no further than the FTX collapse in 2022. Sam Bankman-Fried's exchange was one of the most trusted platforms until it suddenly imploded, taking billions in user funds with it. Customers who left their assets on FTX lost everything overnight. A similar fate befell Mt. Gox in 2014, which lost 850,000 BTC to a massive hack. Lesson? Never leave your funds on an exchange, because once again, if their security is flawed, then that means your crypto is going to be gone. So, lesson, make sure you have a non-custodial wallet. The downside, you have to worry about protecting it. Once again, if you don't own your keys, you don't own your coins. If you have your keys, you are fully responsible for your currency. If you think that your bank accounts are safe, think again. Governments have the power to seize your assets without due process, thanks to civil asset forfeiture laws. One shocking example is the case of Amy Nelson and her husband. Without warning, the Department of Justice, at the request of Amazon, seized their family's entire bank account, which was from anywhere from 800,000 to a million, right? Leaving them struggling to survive. This began in late 2019, and they had gotten back on their feet to then start a countersuit in March of 2020. But here's the thing, it was not a countersuit because they were never really charged of any crime. So, not being convicted of a crime, yet losing everything, and having to spend years to fight to get their money back. And they've been doing this from 2020 to 2025. 2020, so 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 24, 25. They've been doing this for 6 years. You really count that, and it's just like you really think of just how ridiculous that is, you know. And I'm sorry I'm going off on an editor's note, right? But that's that's just fucking insane how they can get away with that, and it's just completely fine. You know, Jeff Bezos on his fucking yacht or getting cucked by fucking what's his face, Leonardo DiCaprio, right? Holy shit, dude. You just can't make this shit up. And I know he's not the CEO anymore, but it's just like wow. And you know, people will hear about this, right? You could tell anybody this, and nobody will give a fuck. Nobody cares. You know, it's all about the latest iPhone or your new fucking clothes or some shit. But I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic. It just pissed me off. Anyway, back to it. This case highlights a terrifying reality. Your financial security is at risk if you rely on traditional banking systems or custodial crypto platforms. The government doesn't need a conviction to take your money. They operate under the legal fiction that they are targeting your assets, not you personally, and so it's crucial to be aware of these risks and take proactive steps to protect yourself. A more recent example is the Canadian trucker protest in 2022. The government froze bank accounts and even crypto wallets linked to protesters, proving that financial censorship is very real. And let's not forget about Operation Choke Point, where the US government pressured banks to cut off services to politically disfavored industries. If your assets are tied up in the traditional financial system, they are not truly yours. While I'm not saying to avoid taxes or anything, right, or break the law, it's important to protect your investments. Governments, politicians, and lobbyists often create financial obstacles that make it harder for the average person to get ahead. When wages don't keep up with the cost of living, it's a no-brainer to safeguard your assets. This is not an endorsement of illegal activity, but a call for financial awareness and protection. So, how can you protect yourself? Self-custody is the answer. By using hardware wallets and cold storage solutions, you can keep your crypto safe from both hackers and government overreach. Hardware wallets like Ledger and Trezor store your private keys offline, making them inaccessible to online threats. When setting up a self-custody wallet, follow these best practices. Store your recovery phrase in a secure location. Never share your private keys, and consider using a multi-signature wallet for additional security. And remember, self-custody means taking full responsibility for your financial security. Now, these wallets like Ledger and Trezor, these are things that you can actually buy, and you know they're anywhere from what, like 80, 90 to $100, right? But you know these things hold basically financial asset, and the basically what I'm trying to say here is that you don't necessarily even have to go ahead and buy, you know, these expensive ass hardware wallets. You can really just do it on your phone if you wanted to, but you know that opens a more of a attack surface, which can affect you depending on who it is that's coming after you. So it's definitely something to consider. So it's not a you don't have to spend like more money than you're already spending on the crypto to, you know, have it stored, but it comes to the issue where if you have it stored on your phone, you're gonna need a backup somewhere, or you can't access it until you get another device. And then what happens if you lose your your seed phrase? then the seed phrase is the way that you can get back into your wallet in the event that you end up losing it. Because it's always going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? On the blockchain. So if you use this phrase whenever you're restoring a wallet in case you lose it, then bada bing, bada boom, you've got your coins right back where they are. Now, with that said, to reiterate this, you don't need to buy some expensive hardware wallet. You can really just use your phone. But again, it's the, being careful and making sure you have backups. Because if you lose your keys, them's the breaks, kid. Can't go no further. Do not pass go. Privacy coins and anonymous transactions. So, before I start this, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many others are publicly traded. That may not be the term, but basically what I'm trying to explain to you is that Bitcoin and those of its ilk are able to be seen publicly. So every transaction made can be tracked by anybody whatsoever. So if they really want to find you, then they can. So, privacy coins and anonymous transactions. Privacy focused cryptocurrencies like XMR, Monero, and Zcash, ZEC protect users from financial surveillance. However, they face increasing regulatory scrutiny, requiring users to explore decentralized or peer-to-peer trading options. Tornado Cash, a popular Ethereum mixer, was blacklisted by the US government in 2022, showing that financial privacy tools are under attack. And you can still access it, I believe. But meanwhile, China's digital yuan is paving the way for a fully controlled, government monitored financial system. If you value your digital financial privacy, it's more important than ever to use decentralized tools and privacy coins. The harsh reality is that voting won't solve these issues. Governments and corporations have become intertwined and corruption runs deep. The best way to protect yourself is through education and action. Equip yourself with the right tools, take control of your financial future, and don't rely on anyone else to do it for you. Now, pause. This isn't to say that hedge all your bets into crypto and, any paychecks you get, throw it right in there. That's not what I'm saying, because crypto can just as easily be wiped out if the internet is gone. No internet means no connections. And that doesn't mean that there aren't any ways around it, but generally speaking, no internet means no transactions, means no money is moving to trade anything. So, but I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening anytime soon because, to have a digital dystopia, you kind of need the internet. With that said, your financial future is in your hands. Whether that be through physical assets, whether that be through digital assets, it's going to be up to you. Because at the end of the day, we know that the people in power don't give a fuck about you and would rather you sit back, relax, and enjoy as you own nothing and be happy about it. Take action today or risk losing control tomorrow. If you found this video valuable, don't share it with others. But if you did find it valuable, comment and I'll let out a part 2 that gets a little bit deeper into it. If not, hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.